Hey, let's go play 18 holes of disc golf. We're gonna start at hole 10 today. A little bit of wind, so I don't know how the sound will be. So if the sound kind of sucks, I'll just plow through it without a whole lot of talking. I know that was wind aided, but I don't know if I have ever thrown a bigger hyzer in my entire life. That's the first time I've ever thrown a disc that was tilted so hard that it literally stuck in the ground. I mean, come on, that's pretty epic. One thing I'm trying to get a little bit better at, and I was doing this during my series where I was trying to go bogey free from the shorts. I haven't started that series yet from the longs, but one thing I'm trying to do is get smarter about course management, like taking trees out of play. Like, yeah, I could try to shoot that gap and it's a more direct line to the basket, or I could just throw a big old hyzer around that right tree and just take that tree out of play. So trying to get better little by little here. I do feel like I figured a little something out. I feel like I'm getting the disc out flatter compared to those first couple of drives. And I just need to get the nose down. Definitely coming out on a better angle. Just got to get that nose down a little bit. That's those course management things where I'm like, I look back on that and it's like, why didn't I just throw that second shot up there? Why would I try to put that? I don't know. Dumb. Well, not the greatest finish to the back nine, but I feel like I threw some decent shots, so on to the front. See if we can get a little bit better off the tee pad here. On the basket. Easily my best throw of the day, and oh my gosh, I thought I had one. That would have been pretty epic, not gonna lie. It's such a dumb bogey. Like, did not have to be a bogey at all, but just terrible second shot. For some reason on that hole, I launch it straight up in the air every single time. So, gosh, that hole's so frustrating, especially after playing what I felt was really good 1, 2, and 3. So, dumb. Now I get to go to the 500-foot par 3 that I always complain about. I'm not gonna birdie this hole because it's well over a 400-foot par 3, but I literally couldn't have thrown that any better than I'd hoped to. Now here's the trick. If you watched the last round, there was an absolute implosion on this hole. So I'm in the clear, no trees, should just be an easy toss up, laid up for par. So I say that, I feel like I'm gonna come back to this video in a second if I muff it up, but just getting through the mental hurdles of this hole right now. the beast has been slain. And by the beast, I mean getting anything less than like a double bogey on this hole. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that was about 10 extra feet from being an ace too. That crossed right through the chains. Just a little bit short though. This is always one of the harder holes for me because I don't have a forehand. And so getting a backhand to turn that much, but it also goes out into the clearing about 60 feet. So it's like you got to turn it over and then hope that it fades back a little bit at the end. That one I just got lucky and it went through the trees and missed all of them and ended up being really good. So I have a pretty decent shot at birdie here. Okay, last hole here, 372. It is a par 3. There's quite a big water carry. So usually what I do is just throw something over stable, let it ride along the line of the water and then crash against the hill, then just toss it up and hope I can be close enough for a par. So plan is still the same here. Just gonna rip that Athena because I've been throwing it really well today. See if I can get about 300 out of it and give myself a nice easy up shot and send it home for par. Wind actually helped that really well. Wind came in off this side a little bit, so it knocked it down, flattened it out a little bit. So that actually was really good. I'm not gonna lie, I was about 2 seconds there from thinking that I'd somehow birdied this. Well, finished that round +2. Super satisfied with that. That's a 6-stroke improvement over my last round from the longs. I went +8. So honestly, feeling really great about this round. And honestly, feel like even thinking less about the scores, like, yeah, +2 was great, but it was just the fact that I felt good throwing off the tee pad. Like, you know, sometimes some things can happen. You hit a tree, you get a bad bounce off the basket, like, things happen and you can't always control the score, but just in general, especially on that front nine, throwing off the pad just felt really good, minus maybe 1 or 2 holes. Made some decent putts, so super satisfied with this round. And I even think a couple up shots, if I get them a little bit closer to the basket, felt like I had lots of room for improvement. So hoping that I can get ready to start a going bogey free from 18 series again. Last year I did that from the shorts at this same course. Feel like I've improved enough that I can think about doing that from the longs now. So stay tuned, might start that next round, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, I appreciate everyone watching and we will see you next round.